Hello everyone! Welcome back to our YouTube channel for the Peaceland, an initiative by UNESCO Center for Peace. I am very happy for today's video. We're going to be with Noblin. Please meet AMB Noblin Ogbonna. She is the co-founder of Igbo Amaka Cultural Institute, which is an educational institute that promotes Igbo language and implements it in American colleges. It was awarded the Educational Solutions Stakeholders Award in 2018 by UNESCO Center for Education US Federation. And something that makes me really excited is that her passion for promoting health and well-being, which is the SDG 3, and her experience in healthcare got her to founding SDG 3 Global Health Initiative affiliated with UNESCO Center for Peace, which is a health-based organization that promotes the SDG 3 by a way of health awareness, medical mission, mentoring, and training youths across the globe. So, Noblin, it is an honor to have you here today.
Thank you. It's an honor to be in your midst today as well. Thanks for having me.
Perfect, Noblin. So, first of all, I would love for you to tell us um, first, what was the main reason why you decided to found SDG 3 Health Initiative?
Okay. Um, SDG 3, SDG itself is an acronym of Sustainable Development Goals, which was established by the UN in 2015. And
Yes.
these 17 SDGs were targeted to be established by 2013. I particularly have a very passionate interest when it comes to health, and I think it has to do with my background in healthcare. I've always been in healthcare since I was like 16, I think, or maybe 15. And looking at all of the SDG 17, we have quality education, we have poverty, we have providing of food, we have climate change, we have entrepreneurship, we have partnership. When you look at every single other 16 SDGs, you know that 17, the SDG 3, out of all the 17 SDGs, the SDG 3 has something very unique about it. Is that if you don't have a good and a sound health, actually, before I go further, I would like to say that SDG 3, which is the Sustainable Development Goal 3, has to do with ensuring healthy lives and promoting well-being of all at all ages. Okay, is not something. It's not a goal that targets the older population or the younger population. This is at all age brackets. Okay, and the thing that's unique about it is that if you don't have a sound health, you can't have a quality education. If you don't have a sound health, you won't be alive or healthy enough to even talk about climate change. You cannot be healthy, and if you're not healthy, you won't be stable to talk about entrepreneurship, um, or even partnership and all of that. So out of all the 17 SDGs, established by the UN, you would notice that all of them has to be grounded. The foundation of every single one of them is the SDG 3. And that's the SDG 3 that has to do with promoting of good health. Because once you're healthy, you have a possibility of staying longer. Your life expectancy is much longer than if you were to be sick, or if you were to have some sort of um, you know, issues health wise. Okay, so my interest with SDG 3 is that every single SDG 3s had to back off of SDG 3, because once you're healthy, once you're stable, once you're alive, you can talk about any other thing you want to achieve in life. So health first. You know what they say about health is wealth. When you are healthy, you have the capability and the possibility of becoming wealthy.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I love the idea of what you're telling us, like, and we have seen it especially in quarantine, how a
Right.
pandemic literally got the world to shut itself down because health was our number one priority and we were not able to protect it as we were supposed to.
Absolutely. And I was coming to that. I mean, this pandemic is enough to teach us, every single person, whether you're in the government or you are outside looking into the government, okay? There is the government, and there are those outside looking through the government, which is the citizens. This has taught everyone across the country that something as epidemic, like when we had Ebola epidemic in Africa, something as pandemic, which is coronavirus, which affected globally, can affect not just the health of a mankind, it can crumble the economy. A lot of people have been out of jobs since last year the coronavirus started. A lot of people have been, the poverty line has increased. I'm not even talking about the criminal or the crime rate. The crime rate has gone up as well. So you see that without health, anything else we're talking about is just a waste of time, because we need the stability of health, or the stability of a good healthcare system
Yeah,
before we
exactly.
talk about anything else. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, for sure. Like, I think sometimes, especially right now, like we used to get in this idea of, hustling or getting your body to limits that are really not healthy at all. And for us to remember that it doesn't matter what you do or how you live your life, for us to remember that health is in the end the basis of it all. I think we could have like an even bigger definition of development. Which leaves me to my next question, which is SG3 has now been working. Could you please remember me the year in which it was founded?
Last year, October.
Perfect. So, in these months that it has been working, I would love to know for you to tell me what is that SDG3 has achieved. What have you done? I know that you have participated with UNESCO Center for Peace, you have given conference, but please briefly tell us what has been the impact that the initiative has brought.
Okay, great. So SDG 3, Global Health Initiative, has been in establishment. Actually, we established it last year, October. It's something we've been working towards for the longest time, but I felt like, personally for me, the pandemic rose the passion even more, So since the couple for this couple months we've been in existence, we've achieved a lot. I mean, we've done so far about 5 healthcare workshop. We did workshop on diabetes awareness. We did on cervical cancer. We did workshop on obesity and nutrition. We did workshop on hypertension and stress management. We have another workshop coming up on Saturday next week, a week from today, which is about mental health. So all of those brings everyone across the globe, not just people in the United States or people in Africa. But the lucky thing about this is that we do it through the Zoom. So everyone around the globe can log in and get to hear experts in these different fields. We have experts who are physicians, who are people that have been working, people that have, for people who has diabetes, people that have been living and taking care of them, like healthcare providers and healthcare workers. We have nurses, we have physicians and doctors who are specialized in all of this. We come, they educate us. They don't only educate us, we have the privilege, something you don't get to every time. You if you have to consult with a doctor, you have to pay, but this is not paid. People don't pay for this workshop. It's free. And the good thing about this workshop is you're not just sitting down for the 1 hour period of time just listening to all this expertise or all these experts blab. No, you get to ask them questions, like every single question you have. You get to ask them questions at no cost. You
Exactly.
don't get to see them physical because of coronavirus have putting us in in a very funny situation that we can't even do anything physical or travel like that like we used to. But the thing is, you don't have to pay a doctor to get your questions answered. So all these workshops are paid free. You ask questions, you get educated. I have a lot of people ask me questions, and I'm like, oh, we have a workshop coming up. Why don't you come? You will get the opportunity to talk to somebody who has been in this field for the longest time, and then you have people come. We get feedback, positive feedback at every single workshop we organize. People are like, oh my god, thank you for having this one, is the next one. So we have the workshops going for us. We also have been talking to some government officials so we can start traveling once COVID is gone. Well, unfortunately, COVID has come to stay, but I know at some point, if you've gotten the vaccine, you can travel. So we are working towards starting traveling by the end of the year. The first place we are going in November is Nigeria. We have a diabetes awareness workshop coming up in Nigeria, and we also have a medical mission coming up in Nigeria in November. So we are traveling. And one good thing about SDG Global Health Initiative is that we have representatives in different countries. So every country we are going, for instance, the first country we're going, which is in Nigeria, in November, we have our representatives. They are getting things ready. We're getting things ready over here too. So when we get there in November, we're gonna be having conferences on diabetes awareness, and also having the opportunity to visit people who are diabetic and get to know for how long they've been diabetic and what management they've been, going through, and also get to have some routine check for diabetic patients, like their food checkup, their sugar level, everything about diabetes. Okay. Another thing we have planned, we have a partnership with UNESCO Center for Peace, and we have we did participate in the winter program they had sometime in February. We had two of our representatives who actually presented, and the delegates loved it. The delegates loved it. They learned so much from it. We also will be participating in the summer. In the summer conference that's coming up is a big one. We've been doing it for several years, and this year, for the very first time, SDG 3 Global Health Initiative will be participating in full. And also, we do have some things coming up that we're going to be doing within the states locally here in our different communities. And the essence of partnering with UNESCO Center for Peace is for us to be able to provide the global health awareness on a platter of gold to the delegates, so the delegates can learn essential healthcare skills which they will take back to their various communities, and also have the privilege to educate those ones who do not have the privilege to come and learn from us, like the ones that are privileged enough to do so.
Exactly. Well, it's been only 7 months since SDG3
Yeah,
Global Health Initiative has been in the works, and it is amazing what
it's
you and your
amazing.
team have been able.
We we just looking for our connection and partnership, and also the financial aspect of it. But we are planning. There's gonna be a point where we will have to organize a competition across the globe. And have people write, about their healthcare system, and what they think that could be done, both the government and non-government officials could do to make their healthcare system more functionable and more affordable by the regular citizen or an average man or woman on the streets of that particular country. who is not in the upper class. So there's going to be a time where we'll have to push more assignments and more things to get done. But for now, we're getting things done little by little and changing lives as we're doing so.
Exactly. Directly changing lives. And for my last question of the interview, I would love to know if I am interested, if I am a person that is interested in joining SG3 Global Health Initiative, what do I have to do?
You don't have to do anything. The only thing you have to do is to email us, or you could follow us on our social media platforms, or you could email us. And also, it's easy because you can get across to us from UNESCO Center for Peace. As of today, UNESCO Center for Peace is our first family or first partner. We're going to be having partners as we come, especially when it comes to the governmental level. But now, our first partner is UNESCO Center for Peace. So you can always reach us through UNESCO Center for Peace, or you can email us, or you can actually DM us on our social media platform directly. All you have to do is once you reach out to us and you tell us, I want to be part of what you do, we have an application, okay? You have to fill out the application form, send us your CV, so we would know where to categorize you, because we do have different categorically levels in the organization. Okay, we have representatives, we have an ambassadors, we have the expertise, we have doctors and nurses, we have people who are ready to travel, we have people who are not ready to travel but they are ready to do stuff locally. So whichever one or whichever category that we feel like you can do great in, we put you there. So the essence of the application is not to weed you out. We are actually looking for more people to be part of it. I mean, healthcare, there's so many things you can do in healthcare. Even teaching people how to wash their hands is as simple as it sounds, but it's saving life right now. That's actually one of the precaution measures in this pandemic, is teaching people how to wash hands. You would think is a little thing. We have a lot of people in our team who are not, they have not even seen anything that has to do with health all their life. They've never been to healthcare school before. They've never been to medical school before. They've never been to nursing school before. They're just they are just advocates in their communities, and knowing that their community members listen to them. Okay, they are leaders, they are youth leaders in their community, and knowing that there are people in their community who does listen to them, we bring them in our team, because we know that once we want to do something in that community, we have somebody who could translate to the community people what we are trying, the information or the message we're trying to pass across. Okay. So you fill out the forms. Like I said, once you reach out to us, you fill out the forms, you send your CV, and we know the exact category or the exact place that we will put you into, that you would do great things. If you're
Perfect.
not a doctor or you're not a nurse, it should not prevent you from joining the team. There is something for everyone, no matter where you're from, no matter who you are or what you think you are. We accept you the way you are. We don't care who you are or where you're from. There's always something for you to do in our
Perfect.
organization.
Thank you so much, Noblin. Talking about your social media, here I left your Instagram handle so that
Sure.
they can
Yeah,
reach out to you.
absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
And Noblin, it is always an honor to speak to you. I am so happy, and also in the name of UNESCO Center for Peace, that you partnered with us. I am so
Thank you.
happy of all the work that you've been doing, of all the impact that you have brought, and not
Aw.
only yourself, but with your team. So, Noblin, in the name of UNESCO Center for Peace and as a friend, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for everything you've been doing to support us. I really appreciate. And it is an honor to always have to speak with you. You are a lady with so much intellectual, creative arts, and I keep telling you that you will go places. You just have to be focused and remain focused. You are focused. As long as you're focused, you get to higher places, and I'm not scared of that. I'm very sure. Thank you once
Thank you.
again for having me. I really, really appreciate.
Thank you, Noblin. I know the future shines by your side. And thank you, everyone. We are so happy to have Noblin here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.